And we are back here with the KXWR Warrior Station in Studio A. It is 29 degrees outside. It is sunny here in lovely Saley, Arizona. From the tallest hogan on the reservation, we got Brandon Lester here with us to talk to us about who he is. And we can go ahead and turn it over to Brandon and have him introduce himself to us. Ade, Yate, Brandon.
Hello, Yate. My name is Brandon Lester, known as Deji, not Diné College. Not Diné College, but Chin, Kiani, the Che, Ashin, the Chanel. I am originally from Whitecone, Arizona. I currently reside in Yukon, Arizona. Um, I am here at Diné College um, for about, this is my second year now. So, I'm majoring here at Diné College in the Diné Studies program, getting my working on my Associate of Arts degree.
Okay. And how did you decide to choose your major of Associate of Arts here at Diné College?
Um, I felt like um I needed a reconnection to my culture. Um, I um I was really like I had to really disconnect with my culture, with my language, and I felt like coming to Diné College and majoring in Diné studies would help me with that reconnection. So far it has. Um,
Uh huh.
I love the program. I've learned so much. Um, I've taken Navajo language classes. My Navajo speaking has improved. I can
That's really good to hear.
I can speak some Navajo. I can read Navajo. I can write. Um, not like write, but it's words here and there.
You can get your ideas across in your own language.
So it's very interesting, and I love it. And I've taken like some um Navajo art classes.
Okay.
Yeah, so
Oh, so some of like the programs, like the NCAP program, or some of the like silversmithing or the weaving and moccasin making. Which ones of those have you taken?
I've taken the making class. I've taken and right now I'm in the Navajo pottery class right now. So I I love it. I Navajo the moccasin making class was so much fun. It was a lot of fun, and now I know how to make moccasins.
And how has taking those art classes reconnect you with your Navajo identity and your Navajo culture?
It's just like I never really knew the history of moccasins. Um, like my instructor told us the stories of like moccasins, and then sang us songs, and um, like taught us like how each um, each piece that made the moccasin as a whole had a whole story. And like it was so interesting, and like it was just like it was very like eye opening, and very like I had like really thought about um like moccasins like that, you know.
As before, like they were just a simple pair
Yeah, it was just
of 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 accessory of fashion,
exactly.
but it had a much more deeper root.
There was more deeper there was much more history behind it, and meaning. It just made I had more appreciation for it. Yeah, so
And what have you gathered from pottery so far?
I have gathered from pottery that so far it's a lot of patience. It's a lot of patience. Um, I do have a lot of patience. Yeah, I do have a lot of patience. So it's like it was like the perfect pairing, me and pottery making. And like when I just got out of my pottery making class earlier today. So like I'm very meticulous, and it just took me like 2 hours just to smoothen out this my little pottery, you know. So, but even that was just like very therapeutic, and I was just like, I just blocked out everything, and I was just like, I wasn't this up.
It's very gratifying to be a part of that class.
It is, and just learning about the clays, different types of clays, and um, like the fires, and how our ancestors used to make pottery like way back.
How the process of like using the Nitsáhákees, Íiná, and Siihasin, Nahat'á planning, like how that process really flows and integrates into collecting the materials and putting it together.
You know, it starts off with like, you know, what kind of what kind of project or what kind of pottery do I want to make? You know, like do I want
the Nitsáhákees stage.
yeah, like thinking like, do I want to use it just for like decorative, like a decorative piece, or do I want to use it for like cooking? You know, and then you have to go and plan. You had to you had to plan it, and then you had to like go out and like forage your clay, and you know, see which clay best works for.
Oh, so you have to experiment with different sets of clays.
Yeah, you know, we haven't got that far yet, but you know, our instructor, you know, basically uh let us know what we're going to be doing. So and then actually working on the clay, like getting your hands dirty,
doing the enough portion,
and doing the work, you know,
moving into life,
and doing and just bringing your project, and you know, the clay that was, you know, that was dug up from the earth, you know, and bringing that into like a form of it's just more like it's very creative. I'm not really a creative person, but with pottery, I have
it's like unlimited into what you can do.
I unlocked a part of creativity in myself that I didn't even know.
Amazing.
Because I always said, you know, I'm not a creative person. You know, like I like I cannot draw to save my life. You know, but when it came to pottery, it just came so natural for me. It's so like you know, I think so now, from now on, I think pottery is kind of like my thing.
Oh, nice. So here soon we'll probably see some pieces that you actually do create, maybe for the NCAP program, and then we actually become an artist here soon from Diné College and be credited and actually be able to sell some of your artwork.
Yeah, I'm totally excited for it.
Awesome. That sounds so wonderful. That, you know, I haven't taken any of those classes, but now that you do talk about it and how much passion you talk about your experience with moccasin making and pottery making, you know, that really, as a student, you know, we really like to hear that from one another, you know, exchange information about what kind of classes we're taking and how that creates us to be different individuals than we were before, you know, bettering ourselves. I really like that. And the reason why we're here is, how did you become interested in the ASDC elections that led you to be our elected ASDC president and student representative?
You know, I'm naturally an introvert person. You know, I like to just like stay under the radar, and you know, yeah, you know, and I don't like to put myself out there. But I got an email, and it said, you know, it was basically a flyer for ASDC elections. So it took me a couple days for me to actually think about it, fill out the application, and then like the last day, like literally the last hour, the last hour, I filled out the application, turned in my essay and everything, and I just let it go. Um, and and here I am. Yeah, yeah, and I have no I have no experience in student government or ASDC. Um, so like this is all just it's a learning process for me. So I'm learning a lot of stuff, a lot of things that are happening now is very, very new to me. So the exposure that I'm getting um after being sworn in is just like very overwhelming, but at the same time it's very exciting.
Definitely. And can I ask, what was in your essay? Can you tell us a little bit about what you wrote for your ASDC elections essay?
I I was like, I really wanted to be a voice for the students here at Diné College. I wanted to be a voice, and I wanted to make positive and proactive changes. And I always um l- my my grandma, she was a leader, and I always wanted to follow in her steps. So, my grandma was, she was a great leader, and like I watched her, but now that I'm doing it, it's like harder than it even
She made it look easy.
easy.
Oh, wow. She made it look effortless.
Yeah, yeah. So it's a whole learning process for me, and I was talking to her the other day. I was like, this whole leadership thing is new to me, and she's like, you'll get used to it. She's like, just give it a couple months. She's like, you're just gonna, you get used to it, and you're gonna love it. So you know, and I wanted to also build a structure of leadership um within ASDC, and be um kind of like a role model for younger aspiring leaders,
Okay.
and because everybody has the potential to be a leader, you know everybody has the potential to be a leader, and sometimes they just need to be seen, or they need to um, be a part of an active leadership like ASDC to just to
Like immerse themselves
yeah,
into some kind of guidance to
yeah,
help them.
yeah, exactly.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of training myself, you know, but I want to be there for um people, the young people who are going to be after me. So it's exciting. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, we're excited for you. And what are some of your academic or personal goals as a student? And then, separate from being a student, what are some of your personal and academic goals for being the new president for ASDC? And we can go ahead and start with what are your academic and personal goals personally as a student?
Um, I first and foremost want to complete my AA program with Diné Studies, and then but I'm kind of like undecided right now. Like I either want to stay with Diné College and complete my bachelor's program, or I want to transfer to university and complete my bachelor's program. But my end game, my main goal right now is to get into law school.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and then um, and then come back to Navajo reservation and come back and um, and practice my law here on the reservation. Help many people out. So
Well, I don't know if you know this yet, but Diné College is actually in the process of developing a law school and a law degree here at Diné College.
oh really?
Yes, so that could be something that could keep you here.
Possibly, yeah.
Yeah, but that is something that is in the works and in development. I know the president has been really into redesigning our college for the future. And I know you probably met with them a few times by now. And he's a really great leader for our college here. He's
Yeah.
really intuitive to what a student's and the community are wanting to see and gain from being, a part of the Diné College family. So, and the law school is definitely something that's been in the works, and it's really nice to see that, we are coming up with these plans, as a college to move towards becoming a university and bringing a lot of our students from out there back here.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what are some of your goals for your ASDC presidency?
I want to maybe develop or start um, programs or activities um, that will help students just just to have a positive experience here at the college. You know, have a just be proactive and just be positive and um, just, just work on their goals and just like helping them with resources, doing whatever I can, and going out, talking to students and getting to know the students and see what is needed out there. So that way I can do what I can within my power to bring that change to the students.
And what are some of the issues or concerns that you have been presented with by students so far, or what have you noticed, or what have you seen here that could be something that you can bring to the college? And knowing how COVID is a factor, how the virus is a factor right now with social distancing, and how we really can't commune like a regular college setting, how do you plan on working around that, maneuvering around that issue there?
I think that's I think that's a very tough issue to go around. It's hard to plan something um, to bring people together, students, especially on campus, with the pandemic and social distancing, and not to have a big crowd, And so, like, Zoom is okay, but it doesn't bring it's not as fun as anything in person.
Like what we're doing right now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, if I could try to just have the students be more active with each other, even with like maybe the residential halls, um, just to um, I just want to bring people together slowly, safely, slowly and safely, and just enjoy each other's company, and yeah.
And we got warmer weather coming too, so
Yeah.
and that's probably going to make it a little bit more possible for us to gather outside in a more of an open air setting instead of a closed place setting. So, are you looking forward to that with the weather? What do you have planned for spring and this summer for us students?
Uh, I just barely. It's been a lot. I've been trying to think about what I could do, but I don't know. I'd have to talk to the students. I want to get out and be and talk to the students and see what
they want to do.
Yeah,
like an outdoor movie or something at the baseball field that we have that we hardly use. It'd be nice. For me as a student, we worked with student activities, Foster Gorman, and he's a really good person to work with when it comes to student activities and planning. So he's 100% on your side with ideas, and he's usually really fun with just going with the idea and making it safe and possible for our students. So that's probably someone that you can talk to.
Yeah. I'm just barely new into this role, so I'm just getting to know the everybody here on campus. So as weeks go on, then I'll be more comfortable and everything.
Definitely. Well, we're here to help you make this experience possible make it a positive experience, no? Because you say that's a very important part of the college experience is making everything positive and fun, so that way we all stay motivated to keep our classes and grades right. Definitely. And I'm noticed how you were going for your major in Diné studies, and I wanted to ask you, how do you recognize your Navajo traditions and cultures, and what does it mean to you?
I believe that the most basic element of our tradition and our culture is within nature, our surroundings, understanding and respecting Mother Earth, Father Sky, the holy people, our songs, our stories, our ceremonies, and all that is just like a foundation um, of how we perceive things as Navajos, you know, and our ways of knowing and how we live. And I think that the way we think, the way we communicate, the way we um, interact um, with nature um, is vastly different um, than the Western thinking, you know. And I just think that my um, ever since I've been with the Diné Studies program, I've learned to appreciate and actually just like really, really hone in my who I am as Navajo, and it's really changed my perspective on how I think and how I see the world. And so it changed me a lot. Just being in the Diné Studies program, it changed my literally changed my life and my thought process and my thinking and how I look at stuff. And um, so I just love it.
It is who you are.
Yeah,
Amazing. And what are your plans for after Diné College? Like you were saying at the beginning, how you might stick with Diné College for your bachelor's, or you might go ahead and move on to university. What does that look like for you? What do you envision?
I want to, I most definitely want to pursue and complete my bachelor's program, um, whether it be here or at a university. But um, like as I said, I want to go to law school, and um, that's like what I always wanted to do. And whether it be here or in state university, out of state, wherever it takes me,
Mhm.
I'm willing to go. This I'm willing to go on that journey, and so I know that for me to get there, I just have to believe in myself, um, do good in my studies, and just even those two, I know will take me far.
Wow, that's really good that you said that, because a lot of times students, we lose motivation,
Mhm.
and we always try to reach out and grab, thinking that the motivation and inspiration that we need is outside of ourselves. But I'm really glad that you said that, because for those students that are out there listening and hearing you say that, I hope they take that and understand that the motivation that you need, the inspiration you need, is already within you.
Yeah.
It's you.
Yeah.
Yes, and it took me a long time to figure that out too.
Yeah, same here. It took me a long time, a long, long time. And once I finally found that within myself, and I believed in myself, and I said I can do this, I can do this. Um, I started to really, really believe in myself. So and now it's just so easy for me.
Mhm.
Like I my studies, and I'm just so habitual and religiously like with my schedule and study times and homework and everything. Once you get the habit down, it's so easy from there. It's not. It's not. It's. I'm not saying it's easy, but just to pick it up one day at a time, 1 hour at a time, um, that starts to accumulate and it becomes a habit, and everything becomes easy. You just have to work.
So crave education and crave life for
Yeah.
yourself.
Exactly.
Amazing. And what message would you have for potential students, young people that are thinking about going to college, and when they're thinking about what college to go, how would you let them know Diné College is a good option as well?
I think that Diné College is a great school, especially for for Navajos, because it's all based on um, all our courses and our studies and our thinking. It's all based on kind of that concept, and so it kind of like um, it kind of like molds your brain and molds your mind to always think in that concept, you know, and you know, um, Diné College is also like very flexible. It's very affordable too. I'm supporting myself. You know, I own a business, so I own a business, and I'm going to school full time too as well. So Diné College, works with my schedule. I do online courses and I do in person classes too as well. So I just love the flexibility that Diné College offers, and the instructors and the faculty here are just amazing people too as well.
Sounds like you're already off to a very positive and really uplifting start here at Diné College, and this is your second year here, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and and we're glad that you're having such a great time here, and I'm glad that you're really gaining a lot of positive feedback, and you're using that feedback and expressing it for the rest of the students. And I think you've definitely got my vote. Being our ASDC president, we're so glad to have you here with us. And one last question: who inspires you?
My grandma. My grandma inspires me. She raised me my whole life. She worked and raised me. She retired with her job. And even as she retired, she's still working. Like she's she doesn't stay home. She's just like she's always busy. And I'm like, Grandma, where are you going? But she's very like she's very strong, um, and like she's very like I was saying she was a leader for her community um in her job. So you know she just always supported me. She always supported my my dreams, my goals, anything that I wanted to do in life. She always supported me. She never had a negative thing or negative thought in her mind about what I wanted to pursue, whether it be like just a small like I want to do this, like maybe try to raise like maybe however much money so I can get this. And she's like, okay, well, here's this much money you can start off with. She was always there to support me. And she's just the backbone of like my who I am, and she just believes in me so much, and so she inspires me, and I do a lot of stuff, and she's always proud of me. I just love her so much.
And what is your grandmother's name?
Her name is Sally.
Miss Sally?
Yeah.
And if you could tell her anything in the whole wide world that you've never told her before, or let her know something you've never let her know, what would it be?
Oh my God. um I would say that she is like everything to me. Like I don't express it as much to her, and like um she's just like I don't know. I just love I she's my world. I love her to death. Like there ain't nobody else but my grandma. And like we take care of each other. And you know, my grandma, she's in her 80s right now, so you know, she lives with me, so I take care of her, and then she takes care of me. So you know, it goes both ways and everything. So you like, I can't live my life without her. I don't know why I'd be without her.
Amazing. Well, that was really great information you gave us there. And we're really fortunate to have someone that like you that has the support system. Because I think that's something that needs to be role modeled as well in our native communities. A lot of support does come from the home. That's where you learn how to love and support one another, and it's really good that you're wanting to share that with the rest of us. And we're very fortunate and thankful to you and your family, and especially your grandmother, for instilling those values in you to bring you home here to Diné College and join your people and learning how to be a Diné, in this modern day. And it's not easy being a Diné these days.
Not at all.
So it's really great that we're here. And that was our ASDC President, Mr. Brandon Lester. Any final messages for our listeners out there?
Stay warm. It's cold out there.
Definitely, yes. It is 29 degrees, and it's going to drop down to 9 degrees tonight.
Wow, that's cold.
Yes, it's going to be very cold. So check on your animals, check on your masanache, your nollies, your parents. Make sure they have enough food, water, firewood, and make sure you help them build that fire, because sometimes that fire is pretty hard to get started sometimes, especially when it drops down this low. And this is Stephanie from Warrior Studios on KXWR Warrior Radio. And up next, we have some Chester Knight here on KXWR Warrior Radio.